Hello, this is Telecom Weekly. Welcome. I am your host, Joy Uyo Adejo. Telecom Weekly is a program aimed at educating and informing you on trends in the digital and telecom industry. Telecom Weekly is powered by Africa's largest telecom regulator, the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, the independent national regulatory authority for the telecommunications industry in Nigeria. Coming up, EVC of NCC underscores importance of telecom infrastructure in the national development agenda. Telecom regulator reaffirms commitment to digital transformation. Also in this edition, NCC wins big at Digital Enablers Award. Plus, NIRAC emerges winner of NCC Innovation Competition. With this lineup, I assure you that you will have an exciting and informative time with us today. Please stay tuned.
On NCC Telecom Weekly, we bring you innovations, trends, policies and stakeholders, redefining all sectors of our economy today. Here, you'll see the actors, policymakers and creativity that will shape your mind and business for growth in line with today's reality. Join us every Friday, 5 p.m. on NTN Network and on radio, FRCN Network on Fridays, 8 p.m. NCC, Connecting Nigeria.
The NCC's mission is to support a market-driven communications industry and promote universal access, while our vision is to create a dynamic regulatory environment that ensures universal access to affordable and equitable service and support the national's economic growth. At NCC, we connect you to the world. Glad to know that you're still tuned to your Telecom Weekly Digest, Telecom Weekly. Our first story is from this year's edition of Youth, Civil Society and Stakeholder Summit held in Abuja, where participants deliberated on how to curb vandalization of critical national infrastructure in Nigeria.
The Nigerian Communications Commission has reiterated the significance of telecom infrastructure to Nigeria's economic growth and its sustainability. The Executive Vice Chairman of the Commission, Professor Umar Garuba Dambata, stated that aside the role of law enforcement agencies in protecting telecoms infrastructure, the consumers, who are the subscribers and ultimate users of telecom services, have an obligation to do everything to protect telecoms infrastructure in their community. The Executive Vice Chairman of the Commission, Professor Umar Dambata, made this point at the Army Resource Center Abuja while making a presentation at the 2023 edition of Youth, Civil Society and Stakeholder Summit on curbing the destruction and vandalization of telecom and other critical national infrastructures in Nigeria. The EVC, who was represented by the Principal Manager, Department of Technical Standards, Mr. Chukwuma Nwaewu, also said the Commission and the Independent National Electoral Commission are working together to deliver free, fair and credible elections with the use of digital platforms.
We receive reports of vandalization of telecom infrastructures from our operating telecom companies, and these acts impact on the delivered quality of service and the availability of the digital platforms. Some of the impacts are as follows: disruption of network services, disconnection of digital platforms, point of sale machines. All depends on the national telecom infrastructure.
The Executive Vice Chairman said from the data on subscriptions, it was clear the Nigerian telecoms market has continued to grow in relation to increased infrastructure, network capacities and digital economy platforms, among others. The EVC noted that the summit becomes imperative considering Nigeria's preparation for the 2023 general elections, where use of digital platforms for communications would play a key role. He noted that vandalization of telecoms infrastructure has remained a subject of concerns to all stakeholders, as reports are received from mobile network operators on the effects of vandalism on their operations across the country. These acts of vandalism impact on the delivery of quality services and the availability of digital platforms. The EVC noted that loss of revenue, ripple effects of vandalism on other networks and network elements, as well as delay in network recovery, are of concern to all stakeholders.
The NCC is therefore working very hard, collaborating with independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to ensure election results are transmitted electronically as required by law. We also have a duty to protect the national telecom infrastructure so that we can benefit from the dividends of democracy and good governance.
The convener of the summit, Comrade Emmanuel Johnny, says the youth and civil society as critical stakeholders in the development process of any society have the duty to educate the public on the importance of protecting telecom infrastructure located in their immediate vicinity.
It is clearly knowing that no nation can grow without the state of critical national infrastructure. And it has become our citizen's responsibility here in the Nigerian society to come together, create synergy with the military and other security agencies to see how we can take ownership of this infrastructure within our environment. But most importantly, government must integrate the National Council for Civil Society Organizations, that's the CSOs, as volunteers to assess and address threats to critical infrastructure by setting up anti-vandals volunteers to be able to monitor all the environments, all the infrastructures of the government across the nation.
You can always be part of this program by joining us via our multiple social media platforms shown on your screen. Our next story is from the 43rd Kaduna International Trade Fair. The NCC Healthman, Professor Dambata, reaffirmed his commitment to digital transformation.
The Nigerian Communications Commission has said the telecommunications sector is a strategic driver of the digital economy agenda of the federal government. It said the sector had continued to provide digital stamina to support the economy, especially the activities of small and medium enterprises in the country. The Executive Vice Chairman NCC, Professor Umar Dambata, stated this at the NCC Day during the 43rd Kaduna International Trade Fair in Kaduna. Represented by the Head Consumer Affairs Bureau, Banji Ojo, he said the Commission recognizes the fact that the telecommunications sector has been a strategic driver of the digital economy agenda of the federal government as it continues to provide the needed digital stamina to support the economy, especially the activities of the SMEs across in Nigeria and beyond.
ICT is not only one of the fastest growing industry, directly creating millions of jobs, but it's also an important enabler of innovation and development as it provides the backbone infrastructure for transnational businesses.
According to Dambata, the NCC was deepening access to digital services to benefit Nigeria and make it competitive when compared with other sectors in the areas of job creation, contribution to gross domestic product growth, emergence of new services and industries, workforce transformation, and business innovation.
The Commission will continue to focus on excellence and efficiency of our regulatory activities and ensure increased connectivity to telecom consumers through deployment of robust infrastructure.
As part of the Commission's participation, there are different activities including fast finger competitions for visitors at the NCC Day. A raffle draw was also conducted and prizes presented to winners. The NCC team was later at the Trade Fair Press Center to respond to questions of concerns from some telecom service consumers. Over the years, the Nigerian Communications Commission has become an important partner at the Trade Fair Showcase. The Kaduna International Trade Fair is an annual trade show that lasts for about a week and is organized by the Kaduna Chamber of Commerce. It was started in 1974 as a local fair and attained international proportions in 1979.
If you just joined us, the program is Telecom Weekly, where we discuss all about telecom and digital matters. Still to come, harvest of awards and accolades for some top management staff of NCC at the Digital Enablers Award 2023. Details shortly. Please don't go away. We will be right back.
In support of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) towards the conduct of hitch-free elections in Nigeria, the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) has dedicated its consumer toll-free number 622 to serve as 2023 General Incident Hotline to enable voters and members of the public across Nigeria to report any issues that may affect them or others during the elections on Saturday, February 25, 2023. This is with a view to resolving such issues by contacting and conveying such to relevant agencies, authorities or organizations for timely resolution. The hotline will be open to the public from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. during the presidential and national assembly elections. Members of the public are therefore invited to take advantage of the Election Incident Monitoring Center hotline 622. Signed, Professor Umar Garuba Dambata, Executive Vice Chairman, CEO, NCC.
Now to our Quiz of the Week segment. Unfortunately, we didn't have a winner last week. We will therefore take the questions again. Here are the questions. Question 1. What is the Do Not Disturb DND short code? Question 2. What is the Consumer Complaint Toll-Free number? Send your answers to telecomweekly@ncc.gov.ng to win a prize. Please indicate the location and state you are reaching us from. Note that by participating, you have given us consent to announce your name on the program if you win. So good luck. This year's Nigerian Digital Enablers Award has been held at the Providence Hotels, Lagos. At the event, the who is who in the digital and telecom industry were recognized for their contributions to the industry.
It was a harvest of awards and accolades to some top management staff of the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) at the 2023 Top 50 Digital Enablers Award in Lagos. The 2023 edition, with a macro conference, is a coming together of industry players to anchor an appraisal of market performance, indigenous actors, and their response to local and global challenges across industry verticals. The event is a gathering of regulators and operators as the industry recognizes its champions to discuss its future in a changing global economy. Speakers were drawn from the public and private sectors, including the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC), the Nigerian Data Protection Bureau (NDBP), and other industry leaders to share insights on the sector's opportunities and challenges. The panel of discussion will focus on Nigeria's digital economy, myth or fact, had speaker after speaker giving insight into the progress made so far in terms of efforts, regulations, promoting platforms, managing digital innovations, and competition in the Nigerian digital economy ecosystem. The awards ceremony was a testament to the Nigerian Communications Commission's regulatory strides and leadership efficacy, as some top echelon of the Commission winning 11 of the 50 awards at the event. The NCC thus became the highest singular institution with the honors of the 2023 Nigerian Digital Enablers Recognition. Those honored include the Executive Vice Chairman of NCC, Professor Umar Garuba Dambata, the dual of the Executive Commissioners, Technical Services, and his stakeholder management counterpart, Engineer Obale Maska, and Barrister Deleke Adewolu. Others are the Director of Digital Economy Department, Engineer Austin Mwanule, and that of the Public Affairs Department, Ruben Moka, amongst others. According to Segun Oruame, a principal partner and co-convener of the event, the Nigeria Top 50 Digital Enablers honors corporate entities and individuals who embodied the struggle, profound insight, stamina, infectious optimism, and triumph in the extremely challenging but rewarding Nigeria's digital economy sector. Some other awardees share their thoughts and excitement on the top 50 awards.
Thank you for staying with us. The program is still Telecom Weekly, powered by the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC. NIRACSI has emerged winner of NCC Innovation Competition. The event was designed to promote indigenous solutions towards sustaining national growth.
Pursuant to the strategic intent of the Nigerian Communications Commission as encapsulated in the National Digital Economy Policy and Strategy 2020 to 2030, specifically in line with Pillar 8 on Indigenous Content Development and Adoption, the NCC has again demonstrated her commitment to promoting innovation for sustainability and development of the Nigerian economy. This was further made evident with the success of the third edition of the NCC Annual Innovation Competition. The theme, utilizing indigenous digital solutions to bridge the digital divide. The Executive Commissioner Technical Services of the NCC, Engineer Obale Maska, who represented the EVC NCC, Professor Umar Garuba Dambata, at the event, urged the participants to stay focused in their quest for game-changing solutions that will be the next big thing in the nation's digital economic space, while emphasizing the timeliness of the theme of this year's event.
This year's competition will focus on three key areas. One, digital service development and promotion, through indigenous content development and adoption, and funding digital skills building and innovation in Nigeria. These areas were intentionally chosen because they are critical for developing indigenous businesses into world-class service providers and creating conditions for iterative solution solving by indigenous digital technology and innovation service providers.
Director of Research and Development Ismail Adedigba speaks on behalf of the EVC on efforts to promote indigenous solutions, thereby helping to grow the economy through diversification.
As we all know, the Nigerian economy is facing several challenges, including the need to diversify and grow micro, small, and medium enterprises. The National Development Plan 2021 to 2025 recognizes the need and emphasizes the importance of investing in critical physical, financial, science, and innovation infrastructure to create a more resilient business environment and drive economic growth.
A resource person at the event, Latif Bello, speaks on the importance and need for events of this nature while making deliberate plans to put Nigeria on the global map by way of consolidating the efforts of the NCC.
If you look at ICT contribution to GDP, it's almost 19%. And if we intensify more effort as we go on, it's likely we reach 30% in the next 5 years. So it's creating a lot of unprecedented job opportunities. In 2 years, 2.2 million people got new jobs. So I think it's a great niche area that the government should focus its attention and then put a lot of resources. We need to transform our education system to inculcate this knowledge of digital. We have these general studies that we have in universities. Maybe there's a need for us to make that a digital course for everybody in the university. As you go through the university, you have this knowledge of digital knowledge.
After days of engagements, rigorous teamwork and presentation, the competition, which kicked off with over 1,000 startup applications, of which 400 startups were shortlisted, with only 15 tech startups eventually making it to the exhibition booths for the semi-finals. 10 startups were selected for the finals after critical review by the panel of judges. Team leads of each startup made short pitch presentation on their innovations.
Absolutely. So we currently have, in the 2 years that we have designed the the platform, we currently have 50 talents that are readily available already, that have been trained. That is, we started with 2, on product design, but we've increased that number. We now have courses like digital marketing. We also have product management, and then we have software development as well. People are embracing it. We've also seen a potential for us to scale, across borders, because we found out that it's actually an African problem and not just peculiar to Nigeria alone. So we've gotten inquiries from North Africa, for example, and so we see a lot of potential. Our talents are being employed or hired by companies across the world.
Our solution is targeted to people in rural communities. These are people who usually don't use smartphones. So what we've done is that we have created a solution whereby whether you have a smartphone or you don't even have a smartphone, you have the normal basic phone, the one we call Pemi, you can access our solution. So for those that have the app, they are able to access it. For those that don't also have the app, they are able to use short codes, which is accessible on both basic phone and smartphone. So it's a holistic, innovative solution.
At the end of all the analysis, a mobile riding sharing app that enables users to request taxi and bus rides, Naira Z emerged overall winner at the competition, which held at the Digital Bridge Institute, Oshodi, Lagos. The company took the coveted prize of 2 million naira. Other winners include the first runner-up, Flows, which came second with a prize of 1.5 million naira, while Thronic Lab clinched the third position with a prize of 1 million naira. All the contestants were judged on the criteria of originality, innovativeness, simplicity of usage, and commercialization potential of their products, among others. The ICT Innovation Competition is a medium for showcasing talent and creativity in the Nigerian IT ecosystem, with the aim of motivating and encouraging young Nigerians to engage in creating solutions that will enhance Nigeria's global competitiveness. In support of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) towards the conduct of hitch-free elections in Nigeria, the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) has dedicated its consumer toll-free number 622 to serve as 2023 General Incident Hotline to enable voters and members of the public across Nigeria to report any issues that may affect them or others during the elections on Saturday, February 25, 2023. This is with a view to resolving such issues by contacting and conveying such to relevant agencies, authorities or organizations for timely resolution. The hotline will be open to the public from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. during the presidential and National Assembly elections. Members of the public are therefore invited to take advantage of the Election Incident Monitoring Center hotline 622. Signed, Professor Umar Garuba Dambata, Executive Vice Chairman, CEO, NCC.
This is where we draw the curtains on this week's episode. Before we go, don't forget, you can always be part of this program by joining us via our multiple social media platforms showing on your screen. For more inquiries on this program, you can send a mail to telecomweekly@ncc.gov.ng, or better still, for further details about the activities of the Commission, visit www.ncc.gov.ng. Telecom Weekly is powered by the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, your partner to a connected Nigeria. Until we come your way again next week, I am Joy Uyo Adejo. Goodbye.